Hey guys, welcome back to Frances Quilts. This is Frances Arnold and we're in Paducah, Kentucky at Quilt Week. You can hear the band gearing up at the background. They're getting ready for the Quilt Parade. I can't wait. Well, here we are, all standing in line, ready to enter the doors and start looking at the amazing quilts. Today I want to show you some of the spectacular quilting that I saw. Let's get started. This quilt is pretty simple in design, but let's look at the quilting. Look at all of those, all of that grid work, the orange peels, the pebbles, the checkerboard designs. She just really went overboard with the quilting on this one, and it adds so much to it. I love this quilt with the cattails appliqued onto it, and let's just have a look at the quilting. Again, some gorgeous quilting that adds so much to the design. With these quilts, you can really see how you can dress up a simple design. Now, this one wasn't a simple design, but you can really dress up a simple design with some wonderful quilting. I love the low volume on this quilt, and look at the quilting and the border. Isn't that just stunning? Here is a wonderful medallion quilt, and as you might imagine, some wonderful quilting. Look what she's done in these borders with dividing those white spaces up into separate areas and quilting each one of them differently. And I love the use of the different weights of threads and colors of threads. Again, it adds so much to the quilt. This one just makes me smile because of the, just the fun flowers, the colors and everything in it. But then look what she did in each one of these blocks. She added lots of quilting and lots of new designs in the blocks themselves with the quilting. And I just think that just looks like fun. It reminds me of clouds and rain. Now, I always love a Sue Nichols quilt, and this one is just perfect in every way. This is the same picture, although the color looks different. But not only have a look at the quilting, but have a look at the clamshell border that she put on the edge to finish it. This one just makes me smile, but as you can look even from this big picture, you can see how amazing the quilting is going to be. Just a complete new designs come out through the quilting. This picture doesn't do this quilt justice because it's just a wonderful quilt, but look at the quilting. I love the circles that she did with the grid work inside of them. They just are perfect for the quilt. And how she thought of that, I have no idea. This one is actually a whole cloth quilt. You see lots of designs here, lots of flowers, but let's get close and have a look. All of that is done with thread work. I have no idea how many hours or how many millions of yards of thread she used in it, but it is gorgeous. Again, I love all these flowers. You know me, I love my flowers, and especially sunflowers. I see a couple on there. But look what she did on this block, and she did every block the same way. It had something that drew the eye into the applique design. This quilt actually won one of the Viewer's Choice Awards. And you know, it's a relatively simple quilt, but there's a lot of white space, and you can just see the quilting is astounding. And finally, I love the colors in this quilt. There's a lot of chartreuse in this show. That seems to be the new color. But look at how she took the circles from her applique and she showed them again in the quilting. And again, the quilting just gave it a completely new design, and it's wonderful. Well, that's it for a little bit of the quilting at Paducah. I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure and check out my blog at francesquilts.com/blog, because I'm going to be sharing a lot more quilts from Paducah and looking up close and personal at some of the work, and I hope you'll join me there. Well, as you can see, today I am finishing this video up at my quilt retreat. We're on day 4 of 5. I have a new project to start on today, so I'm excited. Next Friday, we'll go back to our usual Free Motion Friday, and we're going to be putting binding on the orange and green charity quilt we've been working on, and we'll get that all finished up. And then we've got some new projects in the wings ready to go as well. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time back in the studio at Frances Quilts. Remember, if you like what you've seen, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please check out my website and daily blog at francesquilts.com, and I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Frances Quilts. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.